Hello everybody, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl and I'm here to share our next topic, which is 5 reasons to sleep more. I believe that sleep is an underrated form of medicine. And you might be thinking, how is sleep medicine? I think your body has been doing it naturally that you don't really perceive it as a form of medicine. When you're sick, your body forces you to sleep. And it forces your body to rest. And in that time frame and where you're resting, your body is actually healing itself. So the first reason of why I believe you need to sleep more is it helps keep your brain younger. So during the 4th stage of sleep, you have this thing called the lymphatic system. It only activates during the REM cycle, the last stage of your the sleep stage, which is REM. Which is rapid eye movement. So during that stage is when that activates and removes all the toxins and plaque out of your brain to help your brain feel refreshed in the morning. And so when it doesn't happen, you actually feel a lot more groggy. It impairs your ability to function. It impacts your memory and learning, which is what a lot of these neurodegenerative diseases affect, which is long-term and short-term memory. And so therefore, when you are sleep deprived, it doesn't help your situation. So really getting enough sleep is very, very important. The second reason is that it improves your immune system. And as we talked about earlier, when you are feeling sick, your body actually recovers and gets better when you sleep. And so sleeping is when neurogenesis happens. It's when all of your cells are being rejuvenated. I talk about this a lot with many of my clients that, if you aren't losing weight or if you aren't feeling like your body is recovering from exercise really quickly, it generally is due to sleep deprivation. And so I encourage my clients to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours every night, because it actually helps with recovery. And also on top of that, our body naturally creates anti-inflammatory proteins when we sleep, like cytokines and T cells, which basically help with foreign invaders in our system, such as bacteria and viruses. So it's really necessary that we sleep, because all these things are happening naturally in our body as we are sleeping. The third reason is that very few people actually can function on less than 7 hours of sleep. That's a myth. They did a case study in which they took participants and informed them sleep as long as you want, and as your body needs, right? And so they didn't have a clock, they didn't have windows, they didn't have anything to identify how much time went by, but they would sleep when their body felt like it. And what they discovered is that 95% of the people actually slept between 7 to 8 hours. Only 2.5% slept 8 or more hours, and 2.5% slept less than 7 hours. So a majority of people actually really need 7 to 8 hours. Number 4 is that sleep makes you smarter. Those people who sleep 7 to 8 hours are more intelligent, are more capable of dealing with stress and trauma, and are capable of healing past traumas faster if they sleep 7 to 8 hours. So what they've discovered in one of the case studies I had read is that people who were going through trauma and ended up not sleeping well or didn't get enough sleep actually retained more PTSD than people who were not sleep deprived. So when you are dealing with stress, or maybe you got into a heated argument with somebody, sleep, because what it'll do is it'll help you think better the very next day, and it'll help you cope with your stress. And it, like I said, it helps remove those toxins. And in fact, when you sleep, you actually are able to remove trauma-related emotions, and it enables you to separate those emotions from the experience. And the 5th reason is that it naturally improves our mood. Whatever stresses that you have the night before, your body actually tries to solve while you sleep. And like we talked about just now with stress and trauma, obviously this ties in with your mood as well. You wake up a little bit in a better mood than you were the night before. And so when you get that, full sleep, you're going to feel better about whatever was discussed the night before, and you don't hang on to it. And also, according to the Amnesty International, they've mentioned that, when you're sleep deprived, they consider it a form of torture because your body cannot survive on not sleeping. Like they say we can be without water for 3 days, but we can't live, and we can live without food for a week, but we can't even be sleep deprived for 1 day. So 1 day of sleep deprivation has been stated to be an equivalent of aging your brain by 1 year. And so that's like insanity when you think about it, because if you are constantly depriving yourself of sleep, you are not able to fully function at your optimum. So it's really important that you take sleep seriously and as a form of improving all the other areas of your life just by sleeping. Also, I've heard that when you sleep, right, because you're rejuvenating your cells, you definitely recover a lot more when you're working out. Especially for me as a trainer, I really encourage that for many of my clients, because if you work out really hard and you don't get good sleep, your delayed onset muscle soreness may last a little bit longer, and also your body doesn't recover very well, and it really needs that recovery. So with that said, guys, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. And hey, if you guys enjoy the 366 Days of Hope, please smash that like button, and also feel free to subscribe. Share this information with others that would find this useful. And thanks again for supporting. May you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care, guys. Bye!